Hey guys, it's Animelover and Fangirl, and we're here with another video. So, Fangirl had seen a really cool, idea and all that, and this is why we have 3 coloring books. Would you like to explain the idea?
So, essentially what the idea is that I was seeing on Instagram that people would take a coloring page like this or whatever, and they would, with their friends, cut it in half or whatever, like literally cut it in half.
We're not cutting it in half, because
No.
I don't want to do that.
But they would split it in half, essentially, and then they would color it their own ways or however they would like. And then at the end, they would bring the 2 coloring pages back together, and it would be like 2 separate pictures. And I wanted to see how Animelover and me could take the same outline and color it differently, because we have 2 separate styles. I wanted to see how that would look.
Yeah, so we basically got 3 different ones, because there were so many cute ones, and we were like, oh no. So we were just grabbing, and we're like, no, we can only get 3, only 3. And so we got this super cute, totally bubble tea, this totally yummy, these are from the same brand, and then we got this Hello Kitty one.
Coloring and activity book.
Yep, and basically this is like old school kind of like coloring book, like old. If you know, you know. But this is like early 2000s, probably later. But I remember when we were super young, we did this type of stuff. Hell, I didn't even know it had little rips that you can pull it out of. Didn't even know that.
Yeah.
So that's gonna be interesting for later. But we're not gonna be doing this today. We're actually gonna be both grabbing our own, so we can work on it at the same time, because she didn't want to sit by herself doing nothing. So we both get our own. And to make this even more exciting is we have a wheel to spin. It has basically a bunch of different art material that we're going to be using and all that, and basically we're going to spin. So would you like to do the spinning?
That was a cheap ass fuck. No.
She got crayons.
That was a cheap spin. I'm trying again.
You still got
what?
You
know what? It's destiny.
It's destiny to do crayons.
Yep. Alright.
Let me do my spin. Let's see what I get. Oh, God, no.
Well, water-based markers.
Do we even have water-based?
Yeah, most markers are water-based.
Oh, great. Okay. So yeah, we're going to do how we normally do it, where it's mostly going to be on me and kind of showing you guys Fangirls, because she doesn't like being on camera while doing color stuff, so. Voiceover Animelover here, and basically the first thing that we had to do was basically figure out how we were going to split the coloring books. And this one we just decided just get a Sharpie, split it in half. That was the main thing, because we weren't going to rip it up, because I didn't really want to rip it since the paper was really nice, and I like to just be able to just have a nice organized area of them. So we were just like, keep it in the book. As time goes on, because we are planning to do more of these type of videos and different things with these videos, the lines will become different and more weird and unique. So that is definitely going to happen much later, but it's gonna be a while for that. The first thing that we did was the crayons, because that was the first spin that happened that Fangirl had given us. And honestly, we have a box of crayons. We didn't show it on camera, but we have a box of crayons, just a shoebox of crayons, and we've had them for so long. I think we've had them since we were in elementary school, and they're still good. I don't think crayons can ever go bad, but they were actually pretty good. And weirdly enough, it was actually kind of enjoyable to use them, depending on which crayon you got, but it was actually really nice to use. I thought they were going to be really waxy and really bad, but using them, it was actually not that bad at all. So honestly, I was quite surprised with how, because we were literally just talking the whole time while we were doing this, but we're just this is actually not that bad. And Fangirl's like, yeah, I was dreading this when I got this. And I was like, dude, same, because we don't use crayons. Crayons isn't really our medium that we use. But weirdly enough, I would probably go back to it. Weirder enough, the crayons that actually screwed us over the most were crazy art kind of crayons more than Crayola crayons. And I'm pretty sure because Crayola crayons are actually probably one of the better crayons, I think. Crazy Art and like Ross, I think it was like Rosa or something, was like, they're like okay crayons. There was like a lot of different brands we used. But we were just like, oh, because there's this one I used, and I was using it for the cheeks, and it was like so waxy for my little thing. And I was like, oh, this is bad. But I was like, oh, maybe I should just commit. But I hated it so much. So I literally like got my nail to it and just scratched it off. And I'm like, I just scratched all the pigment off. Okay. And I just went on with like a whole new thing. So that was something I did, and I just thought that was really funny. Another thing that we end up doing is we do add a white paint marker. And I know that wasn't in the spin, and I know someone in the comments will probably say, you used outside of your color. Well, if you wanted it to look pretty and you wanted it to look nice, I have to add the paint marker. If I don't add the paint marker, then I truly didn't fully try, because some things need the paint marker. And honestly, the paint marker made it look so much better afterwards. I'm just saying. It was worth adding it in. So, yes, we are spinning for a thing, but we also are going to be adding a paint marker to add the highlights, because we really need the highlights at times. It was actually, like I said, it was just fun to use the crayons. It was very weird at first, and we can understand why little kids break them so easily, because, oh my goodness, we were just like holding them really tight. Hell, my hand was cramping, because it's not meant for like older people's hands. I think it's made for like kid hands who are like really small kind of hands, not like, and I thought my hands were pretty small, but like I was more surprised that like my hands could not hold the crayon properly, and I was like, my hand's cramping, or like falling asleep, and I was like, well, this isn't fun. It was fun, but I was just like, and it's funny too, because like through this, even though my hand was cramping, I still managed to finish first before Fangirl with both coloring pages. We literally both finished, like I finished first and then it was her, and it was just like, oh. And so I'd just be sitting there holding the phone, recording her, and I was just like, well, this is awkward, so I just get to sit here and do nothing. And it was funny to me of how that was. So at this point, we have switched our coloring books now, and now I am working on Fangirls, and she is working on mine. And I am now working with water-based markers. And I want to say this here and now, but if anyone, gets mad at us for not using water-based, because honestly, we don't even know if we used water-based. We presumed it is water-based based off how they worked and how they kind of are just acting, which kind of acted like water-based markers, but also I'm not fully sure, because the markers themselves are King Art, and they didn't say if they were water-based. We looked all over that marker, and unfortunately we don't have the packaging anymore, so we don't know if they were, but we just assumed they were. We also have these like highlighters, which I also assume they are water-based. And yes, we did have like Crazy Art and like Crayola like markers in front of us, which was this blue bag that was like in front of me, but we didn't really touch those at all because we just have all the colors next to us, and it would just be more annoying to have to search through a bag that we didn't dump. And it was just like, we both kind of were just grabbing from like our like side of us. And so if we didn't grab like the correct water-based markers, we do apologize. We just assumed these were water-based markers, and that was kind of it. And if they're not, we apologize, but that was the markers we grabbed. These ones were actually, weirdly enough, like, not as easy to use in coloring. Like, it was, because they went down really nice on the paper, because, again, they're markers. But at the same time, it was a lot harder to get into, like, the small details, at least that I was trying to do. And it was just kind of weird to, like, color with them after going from crayons. Because I was able to do, like, cute little gradients. Able to do, like, softer effects. This is just place it down and go. And I'm just like, whoa. So I was kind of, like, thrown off. Because I was just putting down base colors for mine. And then later I got, like, an orange. And I just started shading with orange. Because I wanted to add some type of shading. So I did it with orange. And it was just like, yeah. But it did not like the brown. It really didn't like the brown. And I was like, oh, crud. Another thing I had noticed with at least the food coloring one was that you had to, not had to, but it was like, they're set colors for food. And so you kind of already knew the colors you were grabbing and what you were doing. Like chicken, it's brown because it's fried chicken. Or bread because it is bread. So it's going to be a more tanner color. Or, Coca-Cola, it's going to be brown with red on it. Like that, it made sense kind of thing. But on the other one, I got to just pick my colors, do it all randomly, and like just go about my day. And I thought that was kind of, more fun than having to color in food. And maybe I'll do that differently next time. Maybe I'll do a whole, like, not follow the thing. I do know if we maybe do this, like, next time, we try to not look at each other's kind of thing, because in the thing that Fangirl had seen, it was where they couldn't see them at all, because, again, you're ripping the paper and you're doing it from a side, and then you put it together, but we were literally, like, able to see each other's thing, and so we were trying to, like, avoid each other's, like, colors, but also at the same time, we wanted to pick the exact same colors, but also wanted to be different, so that was kind of fun and annoying. So next time we might maybe try to like cover it up or try to do something. Not 100% sure. Probably won't. Probably forget. If it's a straight line, maybe we'll try to cover it up. If it's not a straight line, then we'll just see. I know we do have like other kind of ideas that we want to do. Like we want to what's it called? We want to do like weird lighting. We just got these like colorful lights, and we want to like make the room a whole different like color and see if we can see what we're grabbing and see what colors we picked and all that. Like I think that's gonna be so weird and fun. So that's an idea that we have. But like there's 24 pages in both of the coloring books, and so there's gonna be 24 videos of this at least. And if you guys like it a lot, we'll obviously buy more coloring books. But right now we're gonna go through these coloring books and finish it off and see how it goes and see how much you guys like them. This was actually like a really fun kind of video because it was something where we didn't have to really draw anything. It was just more of us coloring and just being kids again, kind of just drawing and not drawing, but like coloring and just filling things in. It was really nice. And I really hope you guys do enjoy this type of content in video, as we do plan to do more and other weird things. We do plan on doing other weird things in the future. So since we're getting close to the end of the video, I'm going to do a little self-promotion because, well, I can. So if you guys want to get early access, exclusive art, or get the art that are in our videos, which we don't post publicly unless it's on YouTube, obviously, because you're going to see us working on them, but we're not going to post them on any of our social medias because we're really lazy to upload them anywhere else. So you can check out our Patreon, which we are trying to upload more and more on there and more frequently for you guys. We try to post sketches and whips and just a whole bunch of other things that are on there. So if you are interested, you can also go check that out. Also, if you are maybe interested in commissions or yacha type stuff, then you could definitely check out our Ko-fi, which is where all that type of stuff is. If you are also interested in maybe characters, we do have adopts on our Adopt Instagram and on our Toy House, which are always in the description down below. And if you are interested in maybe a very specific design or like something that we don't have at all, you can always ask for a custom adopt, which is you can just DM one of us and all that. And if you guys did enjoy this video and you want to see more, then please leave a like, comment, and subscribe, and I'll see you on the next one. Bye!